Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this Blender tutorial, you will discover how to make a prime bottle look awesome by putting an image on it with texture projection mapping, where also add cool ripples effect. The tutorial is designed for beginners, so it's perfect if you are just starting with Blender. Come join us and see magic happen as you learn and create. So here we are in Blender scene. I have my texture on my desktop. These are the two textures I'm going to use, the front and the back. I just drag the image to my Blender scene. So here let's go to the transform and let's reset all the location transform to 0. Then make sure your X rotation is 90. Now let's align this to the button to align with the X axis. So change and Z and let's grab it on Z axis. And now we see now it has aligned with our X axis here. And we are going to start with keep. So here I'm going to create new collection and name it as prime. Now after that I'm going to add keep. So shift plus A or go to add and mesh and add keep. So now here go to edit mode, press M and then we choose to merge at center. Now we see that we get single vertex here. We are going to extrude this vertex to draw this shape using the image here as our guide. So you start by pressing E to extrude, then extrude it again, E. So you are going to continue extrude it at the bottom. So here I forward the video. So all what you are going to do is just press E to extrude and make sure you align with the edge of the bottle here. As you can see, when there's a corner joint, I use 2 points over there. And when you get here, press C to extrude and make the shape E, and then let's extrude way back top here. Now let's go back to object mode. So press tab, it will bring it to object mode. Select this one, let's grab it on Z axis, move it. Now you see we get this shape that resemble our objects or the reference here. Now go to the property and then add modifier. And we are going to use scale modifier. After we add the scale modifier, you see we get our bottle shape here. Go to the modifier again and let's add subdivision modifier to it. So here you can go to edit and select the vertex and extrude it top. Now let's increase the depth of this one. So we are going to select all the in between vertices. Then J and X, and let's move it on X axis so that this shape appear very more. So now let's model the top, the opener, the bottle head. First I'm going to apply the subdivision and the scale modifier. So you press the down arrow and hit apply, and let's apply this one also. Now select your bottle and then make sure you're on vertex mode and hold your Alt key from your keyboard and right click on vertex. You see that it will select all the connected vertex here. Now press shift D to duplicate that selected vertex and press P to separate by selection. Now go back to object mode. Now we can select the bottle opener. You see we have two cube and cube 001 and cube here. This the duplicate one. Now let's name this as head, and this is the original bottle. So with the head one selected, let's go back to front and tab to go to edit mode. I'm going to add subdivision modifier to it. So press W and let's add subdivision modifier, and let's increase this one to maybe 4. 4 is good. So press E to extrude it. Let's extrude it on Z axis like this. S, and let's scale it to match our reference. Now use the same Alt plus click, right click and select the edge, the vertex. E to extrude on the Z axis and scale it. Press S to scale, and then E again to extrude it downwards like this. Alt and right click on here, and E to extrude and S to scale. Let's grab it on Z axis small like this, and E to extrude, S to scale it. Then press F to fill the inside. Now we have our bottle head, simple bottle head here. Let's go and see how we can add this extrude something like this at here. To do so, let's go and add loop cut. So Control plus R, you see the shortcut I use from here, Control plus R, and then add the loop cut and put it here at the top here, and then Control plus R again, and then let's add that one. Add another loop cut, and let's add that one here, and I'm going to add loop cut here. So for this one, press Ctrl plus B to bevel the loop cut, and then Ctrl plus R again, and then Ctrl plus B to add bevel. I'll go to face mode. You see that we have our face selected. Now Alt plus E, then extrude along normals. Now we can scale it inside. Now let's go and create this one. So Alt plus right click, make sure you're on face mode, and then we see that we have selected the in between faces between this line here. Now press F3 to bring the search menu and search for deselect. Now we are going to choose checker deselect. Now see we have random deselection here. Press Alt plus C and then extrude face along normals, and let extrude it inwards like this. Go to object and set shade to auto smooth. Now let's go to modify and add subdivision modifier. Before you add the subdivision, make sure you save the project. So here I'm going to save the project as bottle save the project and go and add subdivision modifier. Now we get something like this, as you can see from here. So let's go and add some loop cuts here. So I'm going to disable the subdivision. So Ctrl plus R and add another loop cut here, and Ctrl plus R and add another loop cut. Now for this one, I'm going to make sure you're on edges mode, and Alt plus click this edge and Control plus B, and let's bevel that one here like this, and let's enable the subdivision again. Now we see that we are get something resemble our reference here. Now we are good to go. So now let's go and make the material for it. So to start with the materials, I'm going to press tab to select the bottle and press tab, be sure, and press 1 to go to face mode, and let's go to wireframe. Go to face mode, or here it is okay. Press B and use box select and select the faces here. Let's add this one twist, so like this, and press shift D to duplicate the selection, and press P to separate the selected. Now we'll get something like this. Let's go back to shading mode. Now we see we have this, and we have our original bottle here. So this is going to be bottle, so let's name this bottle texture. This is going to be the bottle where we are going to add a texture. Let's go to the shading and add new material to the bottle texture, and Control plus A and search for image and connect the color to the base color here. Now let's go to open, and I'm going to choose this texture we use. This is the reference we use, so select that one and we get something like this. Shift plus A, and let's add texture coordinate, or let's add mapping. Connect the vector to the vector and search for texture coordinate. Texture coordinate, and connect the UV to the vector here. Press 1 to go to front view. Now we are going to unwrap this. So back to your layout here and press tab, it will bring you to edit mode, and let's go to face mode. So press A with everything or every face selected. Press U, make sure it is in the middle of your 3D scene, and U, and let's project from view. Now when you go to your UV texture, you see that you get this one. Every angle you place and you project from view, you see that you will get that projection over here. So that you have to make sure you're in front view and press U and project from view, and then you get something nice like this. So back to the shading, you see that now it's making sense like this. So let's go and align our UV to make it align with the texture. So go to UV editing, and let's make sure we are in texture preview or material preview here. Now I'm going to align this UV to match our image here. So S to scale it, and then Gen Y, and let's bring it at the bottom here, and Gen X. Now let's bring it Z, and then right click at here, and then go to pivot and change the pivot to 2D cursor. Now we can press S, we can scale it from our 2D cursor here. Can scale it from our 2D cursor. Now G, and let's move it on Y axis small like this. S, and scale it. So now we get our nice texture which is has projected to the photo. Now how we can get the back one, how we can get the back texture. So we are going to use some simple trick here. Because of these two images are not the same, you see we have this and this image, they are not the same, because this one we have some pink here and this yellow, but this one is only yellow color. So what we are going to do now is, first let's go to the layout again and go to edit mode. So in edit mode, press 3 to go to the right view. You see here is the back and here's the front and this is the back. Now let's go to edges and wireframe here. Now press B and select from here to the button. Now we get the back and here is the front. You see, let's go to the material and add new material and name this as the back and this is the front. So assign it to the back. If you go to the material preview, we see that the back here we get white and the front texture is here. Yes. Let's go to the shading and add image, this image, and connect to the base color and open. So here I'm going to choose the back texture. I see it has been come here, but we have to align it very well. So add texture coordinate. Let's add mapping first, mapping and texture coordinate, and connect the UV to the vector and the vector to vector. So this is what we have now. Now let's go and align the texture to match the back here. So go to the UV and with the back select, go to here and UV, make sure this one the front texture is this. So you click on this one and choose this. Now you see that there our back texture has been now let's go and align the back texture. So G, and let's grab this one on Y axis. So here let's put our cursor at here and let's change the pivot, make sure the pivot in 2D cursor. Let's scale it S to scale, and let's scale it on Y axis, scale on S axis. So now you see you get the back texture, but as you can see, you see it has written from left, something like that. So press tab, go to edit mode, and on your UV panel here press S and let's scale it on X axis and scale it -1 so that it will flip the texture here. Now we see that the texture has been flipped. Nice. So now let's go and see how we can combine these two textures together so that no one can identify that this one is two texture. So let's go to shading, and so here we have, let's select the front texture. I'm going to start with the front texture. Let's go and we are going to remove all the colors from here. So Ctrl+A and let's search for color ramp and connect the colors to this. Now we see that all the material has been, but the colors has been removed except the black and white. Let's bring this one here so that we get the black and white only. So now you see, let's add hue saturation and connect it to this. Now we can select both. Let's add color ramp, connect it, and then hue saturation and connect it here. So here we need to match the color of the white, so let's bring this one down closer here. So we see that now you see we get black and white color like this. Now we can change the color from here. See, you can give it any color you want. Just copy the color and go to the front and paste the color here. Now you see all of them have the same material. That's nice trick you can use. Kind of use suggestion to change the colors. So let's add this one test material. So select the main bottle and add new material. So this one I'm going to make the transmission to 100%, 1%, and change the roughness down to maybe 0. Here we can add noise texture to it. So noise, let's add noise texture and color ramp. Connect the noise to this and color to the roughness. Now let's add mapping, connect it to here, and coordinate, texture coordinate, and connect the UV to the vector. Or this one there's no so generated. Can increase the details, and now we see there's something cool like this one, and we can use this to increase the roughness. Now let's go and add the ripples to it. So to begin, let's go and create a new collection and name this ripple. And with that ripple selection, press Shift plus A and add Meatball. And then select this, the bottle, and go to particles and add particles to it. Change from emitter to hair, and then make sure the image form is from face, and change it in the render path. Change the path, render as path to object, and then the instant the object, choose your Meatball here. Now let's choose the scale random and let's scale it down. So select the Meatball and go to the Meatball property, and let's decrease this one, and let's change this one to maybe 1, and change the rendering to 1. Let's scale it down small. Now you can select this one and go to the particles, and you can change the C from here. And with the Meatball select, let's go to shading and add new material to it. Take the principal and add mix shader connect the shader to surface and add transparent, and connect it to the bottom one and add grass, and connect the BSDF to the shader. So now we get something like this. So now let's go and add some water. Let's add some. So now let's go and add some wet to the texture here. So let's go to the shading. Make sure you have selected the bottle texture and add Ctrl plus A, and let's add noise texture and color on. Connect the color and connect the fact to the fact and color to the roughness. So this will be the back. This is the back one, so make sure you're on the back, and then you can use this to control the roughness. This one selected, press Ctrl C, and then let's paste it to here, and then connect the color to the roughness. And see we get the same for our front view here. As you can see, when you scale it, we get this. So this is nice. So let's go to the layout and let's set up our scene. So with this one, let's add solidify modify to it, because when you go to edit mode you see something unnecessary. So let's add solidify modify to it. Change from cycle, EV to cycle. Now I'm going to add my lightning here. Let me put this one here. So shift A, and then let's add area light. Now as you can see, is what we have. So thank you for watching. This is going to the end of the tutorial. Please like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.